The freedom of the open road is one of life's greatest joys, but safety is what keeps the ride going. With motorcycle safety awareness in mind, we're talking practical ways drivers and riders can protect each other. Stawicki Anderson and Sinclair injury attorneys understand that whether you're on two wheels or four, we all want the same thing: to arrive safely. Let's welcome attorney and partner. We have Kellen Sinclair. Good to have you on the show today.
Great, thank you for having me.
Of course. Okay, so Motorcycle Safety Awareness Month is all about shared responsibility, but why does this matter for everyone on the road, not just the motorcyclists?
It matters, again, because of safety.
Yeah.
That's just for motorcycles and cars. And at my firm, I have seen many, many motorcycle crashes that unfortunately lead to fatalities and substantial, long-lasting injuries.
Yeah, and we want to prevent that as much as we can going forward. And like you mentioned, I mean, accidents, they do happen. So do motorcyclists have more to be concerned about than maybe other vehicles driving?
Yes. In my practice, I've seen that definitely.
Yeah.
There was also a major study done by the United States Department of Transportation that found that motorcycle fatalities happen 28 times more than a regular car versus car crash.
Oh, wow. Okay. And so how can drivers maybe help motorcyclists stay safe on the road?
Well, the most important thing to realize for any driver on the road, a car, is that motorcycles have the same rights as any other vehicle on the road.
Yeah.
Now, here it's going to be getting warmer, it's nicer weather out, there's going to be more motorcycles out on the road.
Yeah.
And it's important for drivers to understand that. Another key thing is something called lane splitting.
Yes.
Now, here in California, lane splitting is legal so long as it's done safely. And lane splitting is when a motorcycle is traveling in between vehicles that are either stopped or slowed.
Yeah.
So as a motorist, you should realize that fact that there could be a motorcycle coming on the side that might be obstructed.
Yeah, I feel like it ties into like, slow down everybody, check your blind spots, look around. People tend to be in a very go-go pace when they're on the road, but just kind of slowing down a little bit more. For motorcyclists, what should they do to ensure their safety?
They also have to understand that while lane splitting is legal,
Yeah.
again, it has to be done safely.
Yeah.
And what makes it unsafe, and that we'll see in a lot of my cases, is speed. So for example, if you have cars at a complete stop and a motorcycle is splitting traffic at 50 miles per hour,
Yeah.
that's way too fast for the road conditions. And a lot of motorcyclists understand this, but they still have to be aware they can't presume that people see them.
Yeah.
And they have to be able to be traveling at a safe speed, to recognize the danger in front of them and be able to stop safely.
Yeah.
And another thing is they should always be wearing Department of Transportation certified helmets and full-on gear, not just the t-shirt and the shorts, to help alleviate any or minimize any injuries that they can get.
Yeah, safety being huge. If someone finds themselves or a loved one involved in a motorcycle crash, what should they do, Kellen?
What I recommend is, first, you got to be safe.
Yeah.
You want to get out of the roadway if it's safe to do so. It's not always safe depending on the conditions, but you want to be aware that you should get off the roadway.
Yeah.
You want to call 911. And you want to start getting as much information at the scene that you can.
Yeah.
And some of these things are your property damage, the other driver's vehicle damage, the driver's license, the registration of the other driver. And a lot of times, police officers investigate these crashes, but you can't always rely on their investigation. So if you see witnesses around, say, hey, I saw this, you should talk to them, get their phone numbers or contact information, just in case later on somebody wants to blame the other person.
Yeah, it's good to hear this now, because when you're in an accident, it can be overwhelming, but hearing these tips that we can take in mind if this does occur, we know what to do. Kellen, thanks for joining us today and keeping us all aware.
Great, thank you so much for having me.
Of course, and it's Motorcycle Safety Awareness Month, so let's put compassion in action. If you have concerns related to an accident, you can take the steps to learn more by calling 916-363-2889 or by heading to sasinjurylaw.com.